So today we're gonna go on an adventure.
Stop. Oh my God.
All right, so today's my day off, and I don't know, I just wanted to get out of the house and do something. It's kind of cold and rainy, but thank God I have a four-wheel drive 4Runner. So there's this place, I've already forgotten the name of it. The highest place in the county is Thacker Mountain. It's 571 feet above sea level. And then there's this little other mountain, hilltop or whatever. I forgot the name of it, but it's 545 feet above sea level, and it's in Holly Springs National Forest. So gravel roads, trees, all that other kind of stuff. So thankfully a road goes right there to it. So we're gonna go try and find All right, so we're here at Liberty Hill. It's not a whole lot, but I mean, it's cool. We came, we saw, we conquered. So we're gonna walk around and see what Liberty Hill has to offer. Huh?
You said we weren't going to get out of the car. Now we're out of the car.
Well, I didn't think we were.
Oh my God.
I kind of just want to get to
A wet dog at work.
get to this high point. Well, it's a good thing you work with dogs.
Wow.
No, I just want to get to this high point and see what can be seen. Because it's supposed to be a couple different, like, valleys. Oh, is that a cemetery?
Yeah.
All right, we got to go check out the cemetery. All right, well, we're at the top of the hill. It's kind of cool. The foliage isn't as cleared as I would like to be able to see stuff, but it all drops down, and there's some big creek and lake over that way. But it's kind of cool. It's nice to get out of the house. What do you say, Dan? Is it nice?
Yeah.
A lot of sneeds. Oh, wow. 1828 to 1887. Look at this one. This guy had piled rock on him, or lady. So this is what I was talking about, the stones piled up over the graves. I'm assuming they still buried them, you know, the whole 6 feet under thing. It looks like, you know, it might have been a father, a mother, an elder sibling, or maybe a grandparent, and then 2 smaller children. Because, you know, with child graves, you kind of have the half form. And you can tell these have been here a long time, and it looks like there was a cypress tree, or whatever the hell kind of tree this is. Not a cypress, but like a birch or a fir or whatever. I don't know what kind of tree it is. I think, yeah, cypress. I think it's a cypress tree. So you can tell that there was a cypress tree planted with every grave. Now, some of them have either died or never, you know, really took off. But at the head and foot of every grave, it seems that there was a cypress tree planted. And there's a couple, it looks like graves kind of spread out here. You know, I don't think that they were old enough for the stones to completely wear down into nothing but rocks, but maybe, you know, maybe it was pets or something like that. There's one other grave that's similar to this, but not just like it, right over here. And it's actually got, you know, a tombstone. It's been broken in half, but it's actually got a tombstone. And then it looks like, you know, this kind of shale rock, but it's real low. It's not built up like these are. So I'm kind of curious. I'm going to do a little research myself, but this is kind of wild. I definitely didn't expect to find this. Looks like somebody still comes out here. Yeah, 2014. I want to stop and film something. So I've never actually seen something like that over there where the rocks are piled up on top. I'm assuming those graves are really old. It's kind of cool that we found this, because I always like kind of smaller family plots. So this is right east of Oxford, Mississippi. It's called Liberty Hill. I didn't know this was here. I had no idea. On the GPS, I saw a little green patch designating that, there was some kind of landmark here. So we walked up to see what it was, and this is what we found. I've never seen anything like that where the stones are piled up on top of graves. I've never seen that in Mississippi. So in some parts of Mississippi, you have Indian burial grounds, but I've never seen something like that. One of the things I like to see stuff like this. I'm not happy this is here. Obviously, there's tons of dead people, but it's not a bad experience. And the reason I like it so much is because my family has a small kind of family plot right southwest of Calhoun City, which is where we buried my grandfather the other day. And so the first hit to come down to Calhoun City in that area, I think we were the first family to settle the county. His name was Lazarus Hitt, and he was born in the late 1700s and lived in Mississippi and died and is buried there. And so there's just generations and generations of Hitts. Almost the whole cemetery on kind of one side is Hitts and family members of Hitts, basically. So I thought this was pretty cool. On this side, like when you first come in, it's nothing but Sneeds. There's like the whole 1/3 of this cemetery is nothing but Sneeds. But I think this is the coolest thing. I'm definitely gonna have to look up, when they did that and stuff like that. I mean, that's pretty wild that, if you think about Lazarus Hitt, he died, I think in the first decade of the 1800s, and he has a tombstone, can still be read slightly. There's a couple here that look about that old, but it's real hard to read them. But I've never seen something that old, where the stones are piled on top. So that was pretty cool. It was definitely worth a trip up here and worth the adventure. I think it took, maybe 30 minutes to get here. Wasn't that bad. And we're going to keep going through the forest. Most of the roads we came in on were hardtop. So maybe there's another point in the forest that'd be cool to check out. But this was definitely a pleasant surprise. And it just goes to show it pays to get out of the house and go do something. Everyday adventures. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Kind of reaffirms my belief in getting out all the time. So on to the next thing. Is this it? What the hell? Well, dead end.
What?
Nothing.
What? Did you say no filming on the square and in Ajax?
Stop.
So we're gonna go eat lunch at Ajax. See you there.
Man's got to eat, right? So yeah, Ajax is like Southern home cooking and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to it. So we're gonna go eat, and then she's running away from me, and then we're gonna go to Thacker Mountain, the highest point in Lafayette County. I don't know. It's supposed to be cool.
It's crazy.
Well, that was awesome. I love Ajax. I think there's a smudge on the camera. Oh well, it's too cold. I'm not dealing with it. Anyway, if you've never been to Oxford, Mississippi, check it out. It's pretty cool. Especially if you're in your 20s and you like drinking. Every Friday and Saturday night and Thursday night, pretty much every other night, the square is full of people drinking. So there's a lot of really cool historic stuff. So it's the courthouse, City Hall, and a bunch of cool little stores around here. So William Faulkner is from here, great American author. I was actually at his grave the other day. It's a tradition. You go and put a bottle of liquor on his grave. His house is that way. But yeah, so I don't know, pretty cool place. I've had fun living here the past couple of years, but best part, definitely the food. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, we're going to Thacker Mountain.
What does it say? Ooh.